to French Toast MotoClub. Today we're doing a much anticipated video of modifications or accessories that I've put on the Onyx that are under $50 that I think are very worth it. Some of these are more worth it to others, some of these are more style related, but the point is these are all things that I've had a great experience with, and I'll tell you why, and we'll walk through each one. So first things first, the Fender. I honestly did this for looks. I think the 70s style high mounted Fender looks super cool. It's kind of reminiscent of old dirt bikes. I had to drill it and run my own long screws through it to mount it, but I think it looks really good. The next is these peg lights. Now, these peg lights are cheap and they're also extremely bright and they're also extremely efficient. They have a white running light on the two fronts that you get in the box and red running lights on the two backs that you get in a box. I've mounted them on the sides, as you can see, but typically you would mount them the same way you mount the fronts, just pointed backward. And they have an incorporated relay, which they call flow mode. Now you can hear my relay clicking because I wanted to time them according to mine, but really cool that it comes with that, so it makes it a lot easier to wire for some of you wiring newbies out there. Now, the other thing that's really great about these is that they actually have a flexible joint, meaning if you whack them on things, they're not gonna break off. Now, lights are super important when it comes to e-bikes. You wanna make sure that you're seen, because you can't be heard because it's a dead silent system. So that's a really key modification. Highly recommend those. Moving on, I've replaced my grips. Find a grip that you like. I know that there's some heated grips out there that they sell on Amazon. Nobody with an Onyx, as far as I'm aware, has heated grips on them, but I think it'd be really cool to see if someone does that, so let me know. CNC'd aluminum switches. These are really nice from a tactile standpoint. They're a little bit harder to wire for some of you beginners to wiring, but huge improvement, actually waterproof if you get caught in the rain, a little bit of peace of mind. Gub mount phone holder. These are really good. I mean, it clamps the bejesus out of my phone, it never falls out, and that's what matters. Now we're going to talk about mirrors. This is one of my most controversial opinions. I feel like everybody has an opinion on what a good mirror is. This one is my favorite, and I've actually been using this for over 2 years on other bikes. This one is a slightly larger diameter ring. The company Hafny makes a bunch of these, and these use a reinforced nylon articulating ball joint so you can fold it in so no one ever smashes it, and you can fold it out. Now, I've actually taken my bike on highway speeds on a trailer, and this did not fold in the wind on going probably 80 miles an hour. So really impressed with the strength of the ball joint. I've also dropped my bike on the mirror side and the mirror just folded in. Really, really clear automotive glass, but you can save a little bit of money and get one that has a plastic mirror instead. Other things I did is I added a red PET shroud. This adds a little bit of protection, but let's be real, it's mainly for looks. I think it looks pretty cool, and you definitely want to protect these phase wires. If those get cut, it's pretty much game over for you. Other than that, really great pegs. I actually recommend non-folding pegs. The reason is if the bike falls over, it does protect your suspension coils, it protects your bike. These are really nice and strong. They actually use a hole that's already in the bracket, so you don't need to drill anything or do anything funky, which is nice. Although I will say there are people who've done really tasteful modifications where they've drilled very carefully their swing arm and put pegs where they probably should go from an ergonomics standpoint. And for the passenger, these are generally a little far back, but I still recommend this because it's easy to do. So that's good. Other things, this one's a really important one, and that's the rear brake light. This is exponentially brighter than what comes stock with an Onyx. It also has incorporated turn signals, so you use that side light as well as this guy. really, really bright. And that once again adds to the safety of the bike. Now these aren't mods to the bike itself, but moreover accessories that I think are really, really great. This Kryptonite Evolution lock I got on sale on Amazon. It's a disc brake lock, so I use it as a secondary lock, meaning unless my bike is in total line of sight, I'm gonna be using this with a giant chain. And haven't really had a problem. Haven't even had any theft marks on my bike. No one's tried to steal it yet, which is good. And I'm hoping that it's just because having two huge metal locks on it seems daunting. Granted, I know all you New Yorkers are doing backflips right now saying I have to wrap my bike in 12 miles of chain for it to not get stolen. I empathize. I live in Seattle, not quite in the city, so that helps. Lastly, for those of you glasses wearers who are practically blind, a pair of 100% goggles. These are on sale on Amazon. They will go over your glasses and not crush your glasses into your face. So these are great for riding if you have an open face helmet. But those are the mods that I highly recommend, the accessories that I highly recommend that cost less than 50 bucks. I think overall, they've made a huge improvement in safety, also some for style, and others just for riding experience, making it a little bit more enjoyable to ride the bike. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you next week.